Hi guys, welcome back. I am Maya with Simply Bloom. So I thought I would do a little deer and rabbit resistant planting of all the plants here. Typically, when you see deer and rabbit resistant, it means it's typically resistant. There are exceptions in every scenario. So take this and just know that these are things that deer most likely will avoid, but if there's nothing else to eat, they'll probably grab a munch. Same with rabbits. So I thought I would run through a list of plants here. The best thing I can tell you if you're looking for more plants besides just these is Google your zone and then deer resistant or rabbit resistant plants, and it will come up for your zone. I live in northern Minnesota, zone 3. All of these plants are either zone 3 or 4 because a lot of zone 4 will survive in my garden. And then I am going through one that is an annual for my area but is a perennial for other warmer zones. So I'm just going to start with this one right here. This is a Pink Diamonds Dicentra. I actually planted one of these earlier this year and I loved it so much. I told my husband I needed another one and he went and got me another one. So this is, like I said, the Pink Diamonds. It gets 12 to 16 inches tall, zones 3 through 9. So this one is not all Dicentra or not all bleeding hearts are deer or rabbit resistant. There are other varieties that are known to be more. This one, typically, I read that it's mainly deer resistant for this variety. But again, that's a suggestion. Deer normally try everything at least once, same with rabbits. But hopefully this will deter them enough to stay away. Oh, and another great thing about this variety is this can tolerate full sun. Unlike the traditional bleeding hearts that cannot tolerate full sun, this one can, which is super fun, full to part sun. Moving on to the next two plants, they're both the same Monarda, just different varieties. So Monarda or bee balm is part of the mint family. It can be known to spread. There are some varieties that spread more easily than others. These two are known to stay a little bit more compact. Than example, Jacob's Klein, that one spreads like a wildfire, and I regret planting that in my garden because, for example, if I planted it right here, it has spread 3 feet that way, 3 feet that way, and it's nowhere near to be found where I planted it. So keep that in mind. But these, I believe, are known to be a little bit more compact, won't spread quite as easily. So this purple one here is the Balmy Purple. This takes full sun, 10 to 12 inches tall, 12 to 14 inches wide. So I'm going to be planting 2 of these purple ones. And then I have 2 of these. These look like little fireworks to me. They're so pretty with the darker pink and lighter pink on the outside. This is the Balmy Pink right here. This gets 10 to 12 inches tall, 12 to 14 inches wide. So definitely a little bit more compact. Some bee balm spreads, you know, 2 feet, 4 feet in case of my other one. So that's that one. Then I have Russian sage. Now this isn't quite blooming yet, but we have some bloom stalks forming right there. They get tall, spiky, purple flowers. Smells incredible. Same with the bee balm. I absolutely love the smell. I can smell it in the garden, especially when it's in the warm sun. So this is Russian sage. There's different mosquito. Got it. This particular variety of Russian sage gets 36 to 48 inches tall, so definitely one for like the back of a border, and then 24 to 30 inches spread wide. You can get smaller varieties. I know Proven Winners does like smaller varieties that are easier to fit in the garden. This one I like because I can put in the back and it'll kind of peek up over everything. And it looks beautiful and it smells amazing and it keeps the pests away. Next, I have 2 Iceland poppies. Now, this one they said is deer resistant because apparently it is toxic to deer. They said sometimes rabbits might nibble on it a little bit, so keep that in mind. Again, depends on your rabbits, I guess. I really like this one. I have some gravel / sandy soil, and when I was researching what can go into that, they said poppies can tolerate more rough soils. Actually, most of the plants that I've shown you, the Russian sage, can handle hot, dry soil as well. But look how beautiful. I don't know if this just says pink Iceland poppy. And this one will get 12 inches tall and 12-inch spacing. This one is hardy to zone 4. I'm sorry. Russian sage is zone 4. Bee balm is zone 4 through 9. I don't know if the other one said what. Yeah, this just says zone 4. Sorry, I should have been saying that. But look how beautiful that is. Look at that. Okay. Next, I have a lantana. Now, this is the one that's an annual for me in my area. It says hardy to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm not entirely sure what zone 32 is. Zone 8, 9 maybe. I love the smell of lantana as well. Great for hot, dry areas. It doesn't get that big in zone 3 in northern Minnesota because we're just not hot enough, but it is still a beautiful, beautiful annual for us. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to be potting these up as well. But like I said, this is a perennial to 32 degrees, so it might be perennial in your area. But if not, definitely a great annual to have for that pop of color, and the deer and rabbits will avoid it. So I have an idea where most of these are going to go. Some we're just going to take a little stroll to find out where I want to put them. I'm going to load these up into a cart. I'm going to place them and we will get to planting. Please ignore the state of the flower bed behind me. It's currently a mess right now. I know there's a random bucket. There are weeds popping up all over the place. I'm doing the no dig, no till method with the cardboard and mulch. I did not do as thick of a layer as I should have last year. So after I'm done planting this bed, I'm going to come back and lay cardboard, pull the weeds, lay cardboard and more mulch. I already did this side the other day. I need to, there's some patches I need to fix still, but that looks so much better on that side. I just knew I wanted to add in some more plants over here, and I prefer to plant before reapplying the cardboard. So that's what we're going to do after planting in here. Today I will probably go through the next day or the day after that and do the cardboard and mulch. So again, please excuse the mess. Okay, you guys, I am done. I think I really like it. Let me show you. Okay, starting off right here, because this is just where I ended. So this is going to be my garden this year. Normally I have 3 gardens. Normally I have 3 gardens, and the one I just showed you is typically only my cut flower garden. It's alongside the driveway, so when people come in, they see all the beautiful flowers and all that stuff. And then I typically have 2 other vegetable gardens about the same size. But being I just had a baby in April, I am cutting way back this year. So I'm just doing everything in this garden right here. So yeah, I'm not sure why I explained that, but that's this garden. I have some hydrangea standards, and you see this patch of grass. I'm actually going to be doing, again, the no dig, no till, which is what I did along this, which is why you see some cardboard. So I'm gonna bring that all the way back to about where the grass line ends with cardboard and mulch. So those hydrangea standards will be involved. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And I will be coming back through and remulching this because it's due. It needs a good top dressing. So I put this lantana here and these poppies next to it. I really like it in front of the blue lupin. I really like it in front of the blue lupin. Now, I don't know if the poppies will be blooming at the same time as the lupin or not. That's the problem I have when I buy stuff in, because it doesn't line up with where my garden actually is. So it may or may not bloom at the same time as lupin. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think poppies are more of a spring, late spring, early summer flowering flower. So it might line up well. So there's that. And then back here, I put the Russian sage. It's back behind a bobo hydrangea, which is suffering. I better snap out of it because my husband wants to rip out all the bobos. I have 10 bobos planted all along this cottage garden. There's another one. This one looks a lot better. Here's another one back behind the salvia. Look at this salvia, you guys. Oh, I'm loving it with the Globe Master alliums in front. I think it's so beautiful. But anyways, there's another bobo back there. They're supposed to get like 3 to 4 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet wide. This is the 3rd year in the garden, so hopefully it will take off. Because you know the rule, 1st year plants leap, 2nd year they creep, 3rd year they leap. So this is the leaping year, which the salvia definitely leaped. And I added a new fertilizer, the Espoma plant tone, the spraying, and that's what it did. Because last year these didn't flower. I got maybe 3 spikes out of 6 plants. I got like 3 spikes of flowers, and this year they're booming, and I love it. But anyways, Russian sage, they'll peek up over the hydrangeas hopefully, and I have peonies planted there, so there'll be like a layer between the standards and the peonies and hydrangeas. So I think you can't even really see it. Russian sage will be really pretty there. Next, I put the Dicentra or bleeding heart right there, and I absolutely love it. I love that blue, kind of bluish green foliage up against this. This is an Amber Jubilee 9 bark, so it has those warm orangey tones with the cool tones. I never thought I would like mixing cool and warm tones together, but I love it. Excuse, I see some plant tags and stuff down there. I'll have to go through and pick that up. That is what is that? Is that the Patriot Hosta? And then I just have a phlox and some Asiatic lily and weeds along there. But I'm really loving how this corner is. Oh, and then that's the very variegated Weigelia, and it's blooming. It hasn't bloomed in I don't know how long. This is the 3rd year we've moved back to the house. Hasn't bloomed at all since we've been here. So I was really happy to see some little pretty blooms. I was about to rip it out, and my husband said, no, I really like the variegated foliage. So I've left it here the last few years, and it's blooming. I must be doing something right. And then on the other side of the deck here, here's the other Dicentra. Oh my goodness. Where does trash come from? I don't even know. There's like a flag. I don't, oh, in a pot. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. Okay. But anyways, so this kind of mirrors, and then I have a couple volunteer sunflowers that I think I'll probably pull, but we'll see. The only reason why I'm going to pull it is it's planted on top of landscape fabric. So I just don't think it will do very well being on landscape fabric. The birds planted it for me, but I love how that is. And then coming down here to this mess, we need to finish mowing. I need the edge, oh my goodness. We have horses. They left a little fertilizer there from this winter. It's pretty much just hay at this point. It's broken down so much, so I'm gonna mulch over that. But there's the balmy purple bee balm, and it's planted in front of, what is this called? This is a Opening Act Romance. Oh, it's blurry, sorry. Opening Act Romance phlox from Proven Winners, and it gets 20 to 22 inches tall, and these only get 10 to 12 inches tall, so it'll be a nice step down. And then coming over to the other side, which looks much better, I was going to put the pink, balmy pink bee balm here. Plans changed. Originally this flower bed, the phlox wasn't there. It was just going to kind of creep like this, but plans changed. So I think I'm going to transplant the sedum straight and then put more bee balm back there. But the balmy pink came right over here. I think it's really pretty. I really love how this corner is coming together. Okay, I had to take a break to run and feed my baby. I don't know if you could hear him kind of fussing through the monitor. My husband is inside with him, but I like to carry the monitor as well. So if I'm a ways away from the house, I can hear him kind of start to fuss, so I can head in before my husband, you know, calls out to me when he's really screaming. So, but I think I showed you everything, all the bee balms and everything like that. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Give these a try if you have a deer and rabbit pressure that are destroying your garden. Give these a shot. Again, if you want another list, Google your zone and then say zone 3, deer and rabbit resistant plants, or zone 7, deer and rabbit resistant plants. Wherever you're from, that will help. But most of these, I think, were like 3 through 9 or zones 4 through 9, and Lantana, I think, is warmer than that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.